Good evening, everyone. I welcome all of you to yet another session of Science Club. Today, we have with us our esteemed manager, sir, Mr. Pratap Kumar Jaina, respected principal of the school, Madam Sandhya Jaina, respected vice principal, Madam Pallavi Mahapatra, including all the respected teachers of science background and all the members of Science Club. It gives me immense pleasure to host this session of Science Club in virtual mode and witness the celebration of World Mosquito Day 2021. Without wasting more time, I would like to invite the personality with us with never-ending energy, with never-ending spirit, who is available with us from sunrise to sunset in the campus, our respected principal, Madam Sandhya Jaina, to address the gathering. Madam, please.
All my dear students, it's really exciting to be a part of this program today, this regular program, that is Science Club programs that you have, and this World Mosquito Day. Yes, I think it was yesterday, 20th, right? So World Mosquito
Yes,
Day. And being a part of this Science Club, attending, I would like to thank Vice Principal ma'am. Ma'am, thanks for inviting me, because being a part of this club and quiz club also, I get to learn a lot. Like now, definitely, I'm going to learn a little bit about this mosquito. By now, I know it is one of the deadliest insect in this world because of what it can do. Such a small one, but at the moment we have this dengue going around. So how can we forget the mosquito? You have malaria, you have chikungunya, you have Zika virus, and all that is there. So every small or big thing, we have lots to learn from them. We have to be aware about them. So this kind of meeting will definitely help us to be more aware about what is around us. We are a part of this world. We are also a part of this big environment that we have, and we need to know each other better. So without wasting much time, again, I'll say thank you for allowing me to be a part of this and witnessing this. I am sure I'll be hearing a lot of good things, important things, significant things from their students and the teachers also, who would be presenting their thoughts out here. So all the best, and be careful of your mosquitoes, because they can really harm us. It can be dangerous also. So thank you. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, ma'am. That was, as usual, quite encouraging and enlightening for us. Now, I would like to invite the pioneer of all the science activities in our school, ever spirited, much respected, our Vice Principal Ma'am, Ma'am Pallavi Mahapatra, to highlight the day and deliver her address to the gathering. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sandhya Madam, for joining. Honorable.
Pleasure, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Honorable Principal, Madam Sandhya Jaina, respected colleagues, and my dear students. World Mosquito Day's relevance today is still extremely important. We cannot ignore this particular day. Actually, madam, this day is celebrated yesterday, but as usual, we have Science Club on Saturday, so we kept this topic for today. And as you all know, mosquito-borne diseases such as malaria, dengue, chikungunya, Zika, all these are still causing harm to people. And we must be aware about its cause, particularly poor hygiene, improper waste management, etc. And the purpose of this meeting is all the science teachers and all the students present here should try to find out new innovative ideas to manage various types of wastes, because that is the major way to avoid the spreading of mosquitoes. And this year's theme for World Mosquito Day is to reach the zero malaria target and other diseases where mosquitoes are the vectors. So we need to kill all the vectors. So the purpose of this day is killing of malaria and killing all the vectors, all the carriers. Actually, these diseases decrease the platelet count in our body and thus leads to severity. That is the main factor. And mosquito-borne diseases are preventable, as we all know, provided they are recognized early at the beginning stage. Then minor preventive measures we can also take from our side, like we can wear full sleeves, we can put up mosquito nets in all the windows. These are general things, and keeping our surroundings clean. that to manage the waste properly, we can protect us from mosquito bites. Now, without wasting much time, I would request all the teachers and all the students, those who are here to share their ideas. Teachers, please note down who all are doing their best. I mean, whose slides are the best and who all are presenting in a better way, so that we can assess at the end of all the sessions the best ones, and we can give some prizes also. That's all from my side. Thank you, Malik sir. Please carry on.
Thank you, ma'am. As usual, the information we gather from this lecture always helpful for us, and we are supposed to be with us our much respected manager, sir. But what I'm observing, probably in the participant list, sir not joined.
No, sir is not joined. Sir,
Okay,
please
ma'am,
continue.
should I continue?
Yes, sir. We will continue.
Okay. So, as a part of introduction, ma'am have already used everything regarding World Mosquito Day, but still then it is, you must be aware that it is always celebrated in 20th of August of each year, and it is just one commemoration to the British doctor Sir Roland Ross, who has discovered the correlation between the female Anopheline mosquito with malaria in 1897. This year, ma'am have already told that the day was celebrated yesterday with a theme to reach zero malaria target, and the diseases where mosquitoes are the vectors. Vectors means carriers. Okay, the relevance of celebrating this day is extremely important. Today, as mosquito-borne diseases such as malaria, ma'am have already told, dengue and chikungunya, these are all still prevalent in our country because of poor hygiene, rapid urbanization, and improper waste management. So, to focus more upon this, I would like to invite some of our speakers today. Let me about all the speakers to all the audience here. There are 4 speakers today. Sri Aditya Pratap from Standard 11th, Anvesha Vishwal from Standard 12, Standard 8, and Siddha Rahmani from Standard 8. And including it, we have our teacher presenter, Miss Nilima Panda from Plus 2 block. So this is one quotation only for the students who are participating now, because we know that this pandemic has almost taken the school days from them from last 2 years. Still then one encouraging शायरी I want to tell to encourage them. तोड़ना है हर पिंजरा मेरी उड़ान अभी बाकी है, तोड़ना है हर पिंजरा मेरी उड़ान अभी बाकी है, मंजिले जमीन भर नहीं आसमान अभी बाकी है, लहरों का थमना नहीं समंदर की है बेबसी, लहरों का थमना नहीं समंदर की है बेबसी, बाहर खामोशी सही भीतर अभी तूफान बहुत बाकी है. So with this quotation, I would like to invite the first speaker of today's session, Sri Aditya Pratap, to carry on his presentation. Aditya Pratap, I am making you host. Now you can carry on. Aditya.
Yes, sir, I am sharing the screen.
Yes, I have made you the host. Now you can carry on.
Sir, is my screen visible?
It will be visible. Actually, yes, now it is visible. Yes, visible. Because, yes, now it is visible.
Make it full screen, Aditya.
Yes, ma'am. A very good evening to everyone, respected teachers and my dear friends. I am Aditya Pratap of 11th class, and I am here to present a few information regarding World Mosquito Day. So, talking about the history of World Mosquito Day, it was started in the year 1897. British are responsible for the spreading of malaria parasite, even leading to killing of an individual. The discovery of the British doctor brought to a significant impact on the health industry, ensuring humans are safeguarded or prevented by all means from mosquito-borne diseases. Since this revelation was made, 20th August was established and observed to celebrate the discovery of the link between mosquitoes, humans, and malaria. So talking about what is the significance of World Mosquito Day. This special day is also observed to highlight and focus on the efforts of healthcare officials, NGOs, and others who are related to the field in fighting against the illness caused by malaria. Mostly awareness is created in people around diseases caused by mosquitoes. Apart from dying of malaria, there are nearly 219 million people who are affected by malaria worldwide each year, as per recent statistics. Also, malaria is present in more than 100 countries. They mostly affect tropical locations and areas around the world. Among the many nations, India has become the favorable breeding place for many mosquito species, making it the hotspot for diseases like dengue, yellow fever, malaria, and others. These are some common mosquito-borne diseases and their respective vectors. The mosquito-borne diseases are spread by a bite of mosquito, infected mosquito. Diseases that are spread to people by mosquitoes include Zika virus, West Nile virus, chikungunya virus, dengue, malaria, and many more. So we can see that dengue and chikungunya are caused by Aedes mosquito, malaria is caused by Anopheles mosquito, and filaria and Japanese encephalitis is caused by Culex. So prevention is better than cure. So we should know the ways by which we can prevent ourselves from getting affected by these diseases. Here are some common basic methods by which we can protect ourselves from mosquito-borne diseases. The first one is getting rid of water. Damp areas and places with stagnant water serve as a breeding place for breeding ground for mosquitoes. To avoid the increase in mosquito count, make sure that you keep the areas around you dry and hygienic. We should use mosquito repellents, and we should not forget to apply a mosquito repellent cream or spray during a mosquito season, this rainy season. And to pick the best option for yourself and your family, consult a doctor for best results. We should cover ourselves from the top to the bottom so that we are protected from the mosquito bites. We should protect our houses by applying an additional layer of doors to restrict the entry of mosquitoes. And we should, as mosquitoes are attracted by dark and unhygienic surroundings, we need to keep our surroundings hygienic and well ventilated. And while sleeping, we should take care that we apply mosquito repellents, or else we can use a mosquito net over the bed to prevent mosquito bites. So these are few basic things. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you, Aditya. It was a nice presentation, Aditya. So our next speaker of the day, Anvesha Biswal from Standard 8. So let me make Anvesha Biswal as the host so that she can present.
Ma'am, am I audible and is my screen visible?
Visible. Now you can carry on.
Good evening to Honorable Manager Sir, respected Principal Ma'am, Vice Principal, all the Science Club in charge, and my dear friends. Today, I, Anvesha Biswal of Class 8C, would like to present a presentation about World Mosquito Day. First of all, we need to know what's the history behind celebrating this day. The World Mosquito Day is celebrated annually to mark the historic discovery of Ronald Ross, who is a British doctor of 1897. He discovered that female mosquito spread malaria to humans. That is, female Anopheles mosquito spread the malaria. To mark this breakthrough discovery, every year, Mosquito Day is celebrated on 20 August. This day, as the name suggests, is celebrated to spread awareness about the diseases spread by mosquito and the ways to prevent it. This day is mainly celebrated by the London School and Tropical Medicines to initiate conversations and discussions about malaria. Next, I would like to inform you about life cycle of a mosquito. All mosquito species goes through 4 distinct stages of a life cycle. The female mosquito lays egg directly on or near the water or in places that is filled with water. The eggs can survive in a dry condition for a few months. Next, the egg hatches in water and a mosquito larva or a wriggler emerges. The length of time taken to hatch depends on time, temperature, food, and type of mosquito. The larva leaps in water, feeds, and develops into the third stage of the life cycle called pupa. The pupa also lives in the water but no longer feeds. Finally, the mosquito emerges from the pupal case after 2 days to a week in the pupal stage. Next, I would like to explain all about the different species of mosquitoes. There are almost 50 different species of mosquitoes discovered till date. Culex tessalix is the main vector that spread West Nile virus to humans. La Crosse virus is spread to humans by the tree hole mosquito, that is Aedes tricepticus. Jamestown Canyon virus is likely spread by different species of Aedes mosquitoes in Minnesota. In addition, people who travel to certain places of South America, Africa, and South Asia may be risk at malaria, that is a serious disease spread by female Anopheles mosquito. Next, I would like to explain all about the different diseases that are caused by mosquitoes. The most common disease caused by mosquito is dengue. It is also known as breakbone fever. This is caused by 4 types of virus. The next common disease is chikungunya. This name has come from African language. This disease is found in Asia and India and started to move towards Europe and America. The next disease spread by mosquito is yellow fever. It's taken name from one of its symptoms, which make the body yellowish. But the vaccine has developed to prevent yellow fever. The next disease is Rift Valley fever. Infected mosquitoes can give this disease to humans and animals. Its name came from a place of Kenya where doctors discovered it. Next, I would like to explain about the symptoms of diseases caused by mosquitoes. The symptoms are as follows: sudden high fever, severe headache, stiff neck, confusion, muscle jogs, and vomiting. At last, I would like to explain about mosquito prevention throughout the year. Spring. Spring is the perfect season of the year to go outside and do yard work. All mosquitoes need water to complete their development. Removing and dumping out water holding containers can reduce the breeding of disease causing mosquitoes and prevent illness. Midsummer. The highest risk period when mosquitoes spread disease to human is midsummer. Most of the population of disease carrying mosquitoes are higher at this time of the year, and the virus that causes disease have time to become widespread in these mosquitoes. It is especially important to avoid mosquito bites during midsummer and fall. Winter. In winter, people often love to travel to warmer places. People traveling to tropical regions are at risk for being affected by mosquito-borne diseases, mostly at this time of the year. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Anvesa. That was quite encouraging, crystal clear, and highly energetic representation. And now I would like to invite the third speaker of the session. She is Sridhar Rahmani from Standard 8. Sridhar, if you can hear me, then you can carry on your presentation. Sridhar, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
You can carry on your presentation. You are now the presenter. You can carry on, Sridhar.
Okay. World Mosquito Day. Good evening, one and all present over here. Respected Principal Ma'am, Vice Principal Ma'am, teachers, and all my dear friends. Myself, Shidra Rahmani, Class 8, Section C, Roll number 32. Today, I am here to share some slides on topic World Mosquito Day. World Mosquito Day. Fight the bite with pride. Mosquitoes can be transmit many diseases ranging from mild to the life-threatening ones. People at high risk include adults and children who spend in the countryside where mosquitoes are in abundance, business travelers who visit places with mosquito-borne diseases, workers who work outdoors, healthcare workers who are caring for infected persons with communicable mosquito-borne diseases, lab workers and technicians working with blood samples or cultures, people who receive organ transplants, those who
Excuse me,
share
Sidra.
needles or syringes.
Your screen is not visible. Are you sharing?
Are you sharing something, Snigdha? Hello?
Yes, sir, I'm sharing.
Screen is
Visible.
not
You
visible.
Sir, I
should.
shared.
No, share it again.
Yeah, reshare it.
Yes, now it is visible.
The document is opening. Just hold on. I thought it was a speech only.
No.
Good evening, one and all present over here. Respected Principal Ma'am, Vice Principal Ma'am,
Make the slide. Make it a
dear
single
friends.
slide. Single slide. Make it a single slide. Yes. Now you can start. We have sufficient
Okay,
time.
sir.
You can start. No problem.
Shidra Rahmani, Class 8, Section C. Today I am here to share some slides on topic World Mosquito Day. World Mosquito Day. Fight the bite with pride. Mosquitoes can transmit many diseases ranging from people at high risk include adults and children who spend time in the countryside where mosquitoes are in abundance, travelers who visit places with mosquito-borne diseases, workers who work outdoors, healthcare workers who are caring for infected persons with communicable mosquito-borne diseases, lab workers and working with blood samples or cultures. What happened? Sorry. All plants. Those which needles, malaria. Malaria is a mosquito, but there are 4 lakh deaths in the world every year. Early 1950s, nobody has contracted malaria. Exceptions happen when individuals travel to places and get infected and return. It's prevented by taking drugs. Symptoms include fever and chills, profuse sweating, headache, vomiting, nausea, and diarrhea, abdominal pain, increased heart rate, convulsions, blood in stools. Dengue fever is common in over 100 countries worldwide. and 400 million people are infected with the disease each year. 22,000 deaths from severe infections are also reported. An infected mother can pass on the virus to her unborn child apart from getting bitten by an infected mosquito. Rest medicines from symptom relief and plenty of fluids are recommended. Symptoms of dengue includes rash, fever, nausea and vomiting, ashes and pain, specific muscular joint pain, or Zika virus. Zika virus can be transmitted by mosquito and even through physical relationship with an infected partner. It is more prevalent in Central and South America, the Caribbean and Pacific Islands. It was in 2000 to 2016 that large outbreaks of this disease were reported. They were mostly travel related. There have been no reported cases since 2018 to 2019. However, people traveling to areas with cases of Zika need to be very careful. Zika is often asymptomatic. Mild symptoms are sometimes experienced: body ache, muscular pain, rashes and itching, headache, joint pain, conjunctivitis. The last is yellow fever. Yellow fever is a disease common in tropical Africa and America. It is highly unlikely that you will contract this disease, as annoy traveling to those regions is required to take the yellow fever vaccine. In case you get infected, medicines, fluids and rest are recommended. Symptoms include high fever 39 degrees, yellow skin and eyes, jaundice, liver failure. Here are prevention is the best bet we should follow. Number 1, wear protective clothing when you are working, camping, hiking or even picnicking outdoors in areas with mosquitoes. Long sleeves, trousers, hat, thick boots, etc. Second, do not spray directly on your face. Spray on your palms and then rub on your face, or it may get into your eyes. Third, don't allow water to collect and stand as mosquitoes lay eggs and breed in it. Remove buckets, barrels, etc. which can collect water. Fourth, insect repellents is a must-use certified safe repellents on exposed skin like those containing DEET, placardin, eucalyptus oil, and so on. Permethrin should be applied on clothing and gear, never on skin. 5. Keep your surroundings clean of debris, including dishes, rainwater, gutters, etc. 5. Cover storage areas. Thank you.
Thank you, Siddha. That was a nice presentation. So moving forward, we
Thank
have
you,
with
sir.
us. Moving forward, we have with us a person. I should not tell person. One of our faculty who has also prepared something regarding this World Celebration Day. And may I invite the PGT Biology Nilima Priyadashini Panda to go over the presentation. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, sir. Can you make me the host, sir?
Yes, yes. I'm making. Just wait. Yes, now you are the presenter. Nilima ma'am, you can carry on now.
Yes, sir. Is this visible to everyone?
Hold on. Yes, now it is
Yes,
visible.
ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. Esteemed principal ma'am, esteemed vice principal ma'am, respected teachers, and my dear friends. I am Nilima Priyadashini Panda, PGT Biology. Yesterday, we have celebrated World Mosquito Day. And today in our science club, we are celebrating that. Everyone has told about, they have given a very nice presentation on mosquito. But I'll focus on the current topic, dengue, because it has created a lot of havoc in our society, because most of the people are suffering from this disease. First, dengue virus is an arbovirus. Arbovirus means arthropod-borne virus, because it is transmitted through mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are the insect. And it is transmitted through the bite of infected Aedes aegypti, that is female, and Aedes albopictus mosquito. The mosquito which also is a vector for chikungunya, yellow virus, and Zika virus. We have learned just now, Shweta, she has given a nice presentation on yellow fever and Zika virus. Now come to the genome of that dengue virus. It consists of single-stranded RNA. As RNA, it is the most unstable one and it can mutate itself. That's why it is very dangerous. Same in the case of corona also. And it has 4 serotypes. DNV 1, 2, 3 and 4. That means these are the strains which can cause this disease. Now, about Aedes aegypti mosquito, that is the female one. Why female? Because they are the blood sucker, but male are the plant juice eater. And it is a daytime feeder. The peak biting period is early in the morning and evening before the sunset. So that is the dangerous period where we should avoid ourselves. And it lives around human habitation. And they lay eggs and produce larvae. So Aedes aegypti mosquito frequently feed multiple times between each egg laying period. And whenever they have to lay egg, they have to feed something. So once the female will lay egg, these eggs can remain viable for months and will hatch from them, and they become live when they come in contact with the water. So that's why we should avoid those stagnant water. Now, how these virus actually replicate inside our body? First, when the female Aedes aegypti mosquito bites a healthy person, the virus is present in the salivary gland of the mosquito. Then when the mosquito bites, the virus is injected inside the body. Now, which are the organs the virus actually come in contact? First, it come in contact with WBC, that is white blood cell, which actually fight against diseases. When it attacks WBC, so the number of WBC count reduces. That's why our body fighting against the germs or our immune system decreases. Then it attacks lymphatic tissue. Then also our body immune system decreases, because lymphatic tissues secrete lymphocytes. Lymphocytes protect us from diseases. Then after, the virus releases and circulate inside the blood. How actually it circulates? It enters the cell of our body by the process of endocytosis. Endo means inside, cytosis, inside the cell. Once they are inside the cell, they will come to cytoplasm of the cell. Then the virus, the viral genome, that is the single-stranded RNA, it hijacks our host cell machinery. That means it controls the host cell machinery and replicate. First, it attacks ribosomes, which actually manufacture protein. So whatever proteins actually we are thinking that our body is manufacturing, actually the viruses, they are actually producing their own proteins. And the number of virus actually increases inside our body, their progeny numbers increases, which decreases the immune system of our body. Now come to what are the symptoms included for dengue. First, we all know fever is not an onset of any disease. Fever is not a disease, it is an onset of any disease. So first fever, then headache, muscle pain, joint pain, skin rashes, and hemorrhagic fever resulting low level of platelets. and sometimes it is called as dengue shock syndrome. Dengue shock syndrome means low blood pressure occurs, and in severe case, it infects our liver and bone marrow can be affected. So there are some symptoms which actually people will think that it is a flu-like symptoms, but actually it is a symptoms of dengue, which generally we can confirm by some diagnostic test, like blood test will do. If WBC number is decreasing, that means might that we are suffering from dengue virus, or there is a test called tourniquet test. To that test also we can confirm that whether a person is suffering from dengue virus or not. Just like your coronavirus, RT-PCR test is there, TrueNAT test is there. After getting the positive test, then treatment include, first of all, our very familiar drug, paracetamol, which include your acetaminophen, which is used for fever. And in severe cases, as the platelet count decreases, so blood transfusion can be given with more number of platelets. So the person is going to get the platelets. Now this is all about dengue virus. Prevention is always better than cure. About prevention, many of the students, they have told that we should not allow the water to get stagnant near our society. Then we should always use mosquito net or mosquito repellent. That's why prevention is always better than cure. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Nilima ma'am.
Thank you.
It was quite
Thank you, sir.
just like one eye opener, because dengue has created havoc nowadays in Bhubaneswar after this corona. So sessions like this definitely will work as one eye opener for all of us. So here are the presentation part. Now I would like to invite Mr. Naresh Kumar Rath, the person who has at least some contribution in some way in every science session. So Naresh sir, you can carry on with your vote of thanks. Please, Naresh sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I, Naresh Kumar Rath, privileged to propose vote of thanks. At first, I must express a proficient sense of gratitude to the principal of the school, Madam Sandhya Jaina, for your graceful opinion and sparkling words. We are truly honored to have you, as your focus on learning how to learn is a step to get success in the life. Helping each other, small bite is a big threat. Thank you very much, ma'am. Now, I want to extend my generous thanks to Vice Principal, Madam Pallavi Mahapatra. We are really got enriched by your precious words. As your focus, we cannot ignore focus on awareness, new innovative idea to manage the waste products so that we can prevent the disease. My gratefulness to Mr. Lakshmindhara Malik sir for adorning his necessary initiative work as a host. I mention special thanks to Ms. Nilima ma'am for her diligent work and presentation on World Mosquito Day. We are fortunate to thank scholar students Aditya Pratap, Anvesha Biswal, Sidra Rahmani for their wonderful presentation and the strength of the institution. Brilliant participated students. Thankfulness to the dedicated, well-motivated team of Science Club in charges and members who are aware of their task and accomplishment. Finally, thank to all the participants for attending the meeting and make successful. Have a great day ahead. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Naresh sir.
Thank you, everyone. Children were really good, and so was Nilima ma'am. Very informative, and particularly regarding dengue. Can I just say something here? If you all are there.
Yes, ma'am, we are there. How much time is left, Malik sir? How much time is left?
2-3 minutes is there, ma'am.
Okay,
Okay.
no, I just wanted to share, like, all of them have spoken really well. I have learned a lot. I mean, when I attend these things, it all gets revived. And there are so many things we forget and we don't know. So that is a kind of relearning for us. And it's really helpful to us. Nilima ma'am, wonderfully presented. And particularly dengue, it is really dangerous. Why I'm saying so is just today I got to know one of our students in class 7, Samyak Maharana, I think. He lost his mother. Just today we got the information, and because of dengue only. So that is most unfortunate. So we should realize how deadly this small insect can be. So therefore, all the measures that we are supposed to take, all the precautionary measures, is really, really, really necessary. Sometimes we tend to ignore and overlook and all, but it's important. So I think these kind of awareness sessions are really helpful. And we need to be alert. Even inside the school campus, we have to see that that is not happening. I love waterlogging, stagnant water, and so on. And the other one, advice and suggestion, children, please check the pronunciation. Mosquito, not mosquito. Dengue, headache. So these are little things, but you are all so confident. You are all really confident, and this takes time, this presentation that you all have done. Thanks to all of you, and thanks to the mentor teachers, and thanks to Pallavi ma'am, Malik sir, and all the in charges who are there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
All the students are there. Shall I ask you one question? Can anyone say what is the lifespan of mosquito? Lifespan of mosquitoes. Who can say?
100 years or something?
Ma'am, can I say?
Anyone? Anyone?
Ma'am, the lifespan of a mosquito is nearly 7 days.
Ma'am, nearly 7 days.
Yes, ma'am, it's a
You
week.
know, mosquito is unique because its male and female life cycle varies. Lifespan varies. Just find out.
100 years or something?
One lives for 10 days and another lives for 60 days.
60.
Yes,
small
ma'am. 45 to 60.
My God.
Ma'am,
Yes.
male mosquitoes live only 6
Male,
to 7
male, madam,
days.
6 to 7 days.
Male
Male, 6 to 7 days.
6 to 7 and
Ma'am, but
maximum is
female
10
can
days
live up
and
to 5
females
months
can
longer.
survive up to 60 days because they feed on human blood at a particular stage of their life. Okay.
Acha, ma'am, can you tell me why is it that some mosquitoes bite some people more than others? Is that true, or?
Ma'am, actually studies say that the smell factor is also effective here. Like those people, specifically mosquitoes, they hate a few smell like orange smell, lemon flavor, basil and all. That is why people advise to keep lantana camera. That I don't know, it's a common name. Can anyone, Nilima madam? Lantana. That is that is used. This is the scientific name. Lantana is used. Particularly, we say lantana. I don't know its common name.
Lantana, LA.
Ma'am, yes,
Yes.
ma'am, lantana, ma'am, lemongrass is also used to keep away the
Lemongrass is also
mosquitoes.
used. Yes, these
Yes.
are the things mosquitoes usually hate. So those people who eat more amount of orange, lemon, and all. So this is a belief, and studies also, research has also proved this. Mosquitoes avoid those people. And they're attracted towards certain smell. So we have our body smell also. So according to that, mosquitoes bite a few and they do not bite. Even if many are there in a particular place, still then they find and bite a few people only.
That's what I've noticed also.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, thank you all. Thank you everyone, Malik sir, Naresh sir, all the science teachers who all have joined here, and Nilima madam, your presentation was very good. The
Thank you,
students
ma'am.
also. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.